Good morning, students. Welcome back to the class of English. Today, I'm going to upload the first video of lesson 9 of your grammar book, the Grammar Right, that is auxiliary verbs, which is the first chapter in the syllabus of English grammar for the annual term. I hope you all are mentally ready to go ahead with the syllabus of annual term. So today we will learn about auxiliary verbs. In our previous classes, we have gone through various kinds of verbs. In those kinds, auxiliary verbs are one. So auxiliary verbs are the helping verbs which are used with main verbs to show the tense, mood or voice of a sentence. So auxiliary verbs are of two kinds. Auxiliary verbs are very important in English grammar because they are helping verbs, and without helping verbs sometimes the sentences lose its existence. So, there are two kinds of auxiliary verb, that is primary auxiliaries and secondary auxiliaries. The secondary auxiliary verbs are also known as modals. The primary auxiliary verbs are be, do and have. The forms of be are am, is, are, was, were, being and been. The forms of do are do, does and did. And the forms of have are has, have and had. The secondary auxiliary verbs, which are modal verbs, are can, could, shall, should, may, might, will, would, must, ought to, need, dare, etc. Today we are going to know something more about these. All those things I have told you just now, the forms of primary auxiliaries, secondary auxiliaries, these all are given in your book also, that is the Grammar Right, your English book. So these primary auxiliaries and the secondary auxiliary modal verbs, these words, the forms, you should learn by heart. What I mean to say, that be, do and have are three primary auxiliary verbs, and these also have various forms. So we should learn that which are primary auxiliary verbs, which are secondary auxiliary verbs or modal verbs. Then it will be very easy for us to implement them in sentences in a correct way. There are some more things given in your book, that is the usage of the modal verbs. Generally in exam, when the correct form of be is asked to fill in the blanks, the students are sometimes confused and they feel that become, became, all this will be there. So we should be very careful that the forms of be are am, is, are, was, were, being and been. Here the various usage of modal verbs are mentioned in this column, which is given in your grammar book on page number 71-72. And here it is also said that which kind of modals are used in which cases. What do they mean? Can and could are used when a person wants to express ability. Must, will and shall is used when certainty or will has to be mentioned. Must is used when we talk about necessity. When we have to give instruction to somebody, we use must and should. We can use can, could, may, would, shall and must when we mean to give offers or invitations. When we have to suggest obligations, we are using ought to, should and must. We are using may, might, can and could to suggest possibility. Could, may and would is used to give or take permission or make a request. We are using might, may and shall while giving suggestions. Need and could is used in order to express wants and wishes. Various examples are also given that will help you to know the things in a better way. There are some exercises given here on page number 70. Exercise A, you are supposed to fill the blanks with the primary auxiliary verbs that are the uses of be, do and have. And we have also learned various forms of these. So Tanveer Tanveer is bringing pizza for us. He has not returned back the book till yesterday. So when you read the sentence, you will understand whether the forms of be are used or forms of have or do are used. It is quite easy, but it has been solved for you. 15 questions are there. You will go through them, understand them, and you will write in the copy and book both the places. Then here has, have, had are used. So you have to mention in the space provided whether this has, have, had is used as a main verb or the auxiliary verb. Main verb or helping verb. So you have to see whether after has, have or had any main verb is used or not. If after has, have or had main verb is used, it means it is an auxiliary verb. It is used as a helping verb there before the, along with the main verb. Or if after has or has, have or had, there is no main verb used, it means that is the only verb used in the sentence, so it will be considered as main verb. So you will mention here M for main verb and A for auxiliary verb. We have just now discussed that can, could, may, might, must, ought to, shall, should, will, would. These are modal verbs. And we have also learnt that which all places they are used and which all conditions they are used. Like it is mentioned to express ability, instruction, invitation, obligation, offer, request, permission, possibility, certainty and necessity. When you will go through this chapter, you should learn the usage of modal verbs along with the areas or expressions which are mentioned. I mean to say that whenever ability comes, we are using can or could. Can will be used with present tense and could will be the past tense. Then because if the question comes in that way that you have been asked to fill the blanks and in the bracket it is given to express ability, you should know that which modal verb should be used there. I hope you have understood what I said. Exercise C on page number 72. Here the modal verbs are used as I was telling just now according to the bracket words. Since ability is given, so can has to be underlined. Certainty is given, so shall, permission can, obligation ought to, offer could, necessity must, will shall, possibility might, and again possibility could. And you know, when you read the sentence, you will definitely understand that which will be the appropriate word. Modal verbs are very, very important and helpful to learn English or speak English as well as write English in a correct way. Because in our day-to-day life, sometimes we speak sentences in a bit casual way. So we are not following the correct usage of verbs or words. So it helps us to do so. Then instruction is there, so should is used. Want, for want it is need. For permission it is may. For request it is could. For suggestion it is may. For suggestions again it is could. So you should speak the sentences using both the modal verbs. You will definitely understand which is sounding correct. Here another exercise is complete these sentences using the correct tense of the verbs. Two options are given. So you have to choose the correct one and you have to fill the blanks. You will do it yourself. It has been given as homework so that you can understand the things in a better way. Later on, we'll discuss the answers. Then, modal verbs are missing in these sentences. So you have to put a slash where the verb is missing and then you have to put the word over there. In some of the cases, the modal verbs are missing in the beginning only. Like third one, dash I help you, should be may I help you. Similarly, if you turn the page, on 9th number also in the beginning only modal verb is missing. So dash you please lend me your bicycle for a day. Will. Sometimes would is also used. Would you please? Okay. So both the things. And the last one also, dash you like to have a cup of tea with me. Would you like to have a cup of tea with me? Sometimes people say will. Here would will be there. Would you like? Then exercise C, match the columns along with the meaning or expressions. This also I have left for you people so that you can try it along with the, suppose here in the sentences, first one, must is the modal verb. Must, cannot, will, may, should, could, shall, ought to, might and could are modal verbs. So you have to match them with the expressions given on the right side, that which modal verb is used for which expression. So dear students, I hope you have understood this chapter. The same chapter will be taught during online classes also. So if you have any trouble, you may ask your teacher who takes your online live class if you have any queries. And if you feel that you have different answers, if you have any other answer, or if you are confused, you may keep your points in front of your teacher. And I hope you will try exercise A of Let's Perfect It and C by your own in your copy and your book, both the places, and whatever the exercises are solved for you, you will understand them and then you will write them in your book and copy as well. So this is enough for today. Going to wind up the class. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.